Okay, okay. Snap, snap, snap. Okay. Got that down. Now, slit. So there we go. If y'all don't know what this video is, fuck y'all. What if Naruto was a god? Part 3. We have a very, very small recap. As small as your wiener. Yes, it is that small. Naruto. The council looked towards the four figures behind Naruto. One was, ooh, you are thicker than a snicker, heavy like a chevy. Come on, baby mama, let me rub up on the belly. Hey, let me rub up on the belly. Anyway. Yup, there we go. Yup. Beat down the cheeks. The Doonies are beat. Doonies! Anyway. The first one was this. The second one was this. Third one was this. And the last one was this. Imagine them all in golden cloaks, nigga. What am I supposed to do? For a clan matters, none of their names will be stated, Naruto said, while looking towards the council. Now, for the next council meeting, I will be joining, he said, while looking towards the council. This is outrageous, Hiruzen. No, what is outrageous is the fact that my entire clan was wiped out. By two villages, Naruto said. Well, both of them. Since both of my parenting clans originate from Uzu, Naruto said. As then everyone's eyes opened widely. There were only three clans in Uzu. One was the Uchi clan, which wasn't that famous or known for many things. It just had a KK Genkai called Chakra Creation, which eventually fused into the Uzumaki clan, which basically got rid of the Apache clan, leaving only one left. The Namikaze clan, everyone said, but there's no living Namikaze, as his eyes opened widely. It's true, Naruto said, looking towards everyone. You couldn't be Minato's son. Someone from the civilian council screeched. I understand that you was my father's good friend. That, that, your husband was one of my father's good friends when he was alive. Naruto stated, looking towards the woman. But don't act like we're friends now that you know of my father and my heritage, Naruto said while looking towards the woman as her eyes completely opened in horror. She had been talking about the last man, the son of the last man to ever see her husband alive, since he had died during the Nine Tails attack.
I know you be boy.
As Naruto looked on towards the woman, Naruto then got up saying, my clan's new name will be Calamity, Naruto said. The Calamity Clan. As everyone looked towards Naruto. You're naming your clan after a disaster. No, I'm naming my clan after a god, Naruto said with a smirk on his face. Naruto said, as everyone looked at him. So you didn't know the god who gained the name Calamity? The god whose name was Calamity, which who was so destructive that his name went on to be mentioned as a form of destruction, a great disaster, Naruto said while looking towards everyone within the council. Tisk, 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 Naruto said. We will be establishing our compound near my rightful compound, my father's and mother's compound, the Namokozi, he said. As Naruto, then handed a woman a slip. As she took up the paper and began to read it. Alright, Lord Naruto. Alright, Naruto, she said. As then, a completely black portal. As a black portal, no, chakra began to glow within the air. Then, it turned into a black portal. On the other side, a man looked towards her. What does Lord Naruto want? The man said in a whisper, so that only she could hear. Lord Naruto is requesting. Oh, wait. Yeah. Good enough. Give this to to Miss Izanagi. Well, Mistress Izanagi. The woman said. Before the man grabbed onto the paper and disappeared into the portal. He said it would be done in about 2 days, she said. If all goes as planned. If we run into casualty, it will be 2 days and 2 minutes, she said while looking towards Naruto. Perfect, Naruto said. There'll be enough time to establish, to fix up the Uzumaki and to get the Uzumaki, well, to get the Calamity Clan, the Calamity Compound, yeah, the Calamity Compound ready, Naruto said with a smile on his face. Let's go, he said. Now that's a bang right there, he said. Before the woman within this picture then said, Lord Naruto, what should we do with the deceased people? What should we do with the deceased next to our home? Well, at your apartment, she said. Leave them there. They decided to attack me. So they're dead, he said with a massive smile on his face, which threatened to split his face in half. After all, we both know the price for going up against me, he said with a smirk on his face. Lord Hokage, that is direct information saying that that is direct information saying that he has killed some of our civilians. As you heard him say, they would have tried to attack him and going inside of his house with weapons. I think that it's pretty safe to assume that they were trying to attack him. So, the party should actually have been executed. Should have actually been tortured, then executed. Naruto did them a favor, Hiruzen said, as a man then gulped. Well, if this meeting is over with, we'll be off, Naruto said. Yeah, it is. I dismiss, he said, before disappearing himself. In the Uzumaki Namikaze home compound, Naruto smiled as he lifted up his hand. Oh, Mochi, push! No. Naruto then smiled, saying, E-edit, flatten. As the entire compound turned into all the homes in the entire compound just like went flat. E6. No. Edit. Erase. E-edit. Create, Naruto said. Creating poop ton of materials. As he had created all of the materials, he smiled. thanks to his human parents, thanks to his human side, he was able to gain fulfillment within what he was doing. And once he was a god, he had it all. So, he liked being a human more than being, well, he liked being a humanoid god more than just being a god. As Naruto smiled, a lot of materials such as wood and stone appeared, plus some ropes and a whole bunch of ceiling tags. As Naruto smiled, "Let's begin," he said. 2 days later, Naruto wiped his head as he looked on at the massive compound which was in front of him, with a massive smile on his face. "Good," he said as he looked forward. "This is perfect." Naruto thought. Well, yeah, this is perfect, Naruto thought, with the devilish smile on his face. Gee. As the entire compound was looked almost 40 times better than the Uzumaki compound. It looked like he had just stepped into the modern era. Well, that was only a genjutsu placed on the home to accept changes. As Naruto smiled, he was looking for a clan symbol. As he looked on, he failed to find any symbol until he remembered that Shinon had a weird marking on her forehead. So, Naruto asked for Shinon. "Shinon," Naruto said, as a woman then walked out of the home. As she walked near Naruto next, "What Lord, Naruto?" As Naruto then smiled. "Let me feel your forehead." As she looked on, she was just like, "Okay." As Naruto then placed his hand on her forehead, before he had pushed chakra into it, replicating the mark on his hand. He then slammed it on the gates of the compound. "That's our symbol. But for me, since I'm the clan head," he said with a massive smirk on his face, as multiple Tomoe appeared on the mark. As he instantly created a robe, he placed his hand on it. As the Tomoe went onto the back, as Naruto wore the Katsuki, the signature Osatsukei robe. As he smiled, this is something more towards Momoshiki's robe. Yeah, something like this. As like this robe, but imagine it on Naruto. It's less girly. It's a lot less girly. It's pretty much what Momoshiki wears. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna find a picture of Momoshiki. Like this little fit right here. You know? As Naruto smiled on. He looked on. I'm cleaning that later. As he smiled on. This jutsu that he was about to use required. Well, no. As Naruto smirked. His new clothes from now on. As he then began to wave his hands about. Yup, that feels better, Naruto said, looking around. So right about now, that's when it shipped in, Naruto said, as it was pitch dark. As finally a man appeared. A black portal appeared. As the man reached his hands out of the portal, then handed Naruto a sheet. As Naruto then smiled. I was correct to assume it. He said, he said, as the package glowed golden. He had asked his sister to create something which could regulate his power. She said that was going to be extremely hard. No, then the man said, you can only regulate like a small bit of your chakra. When I mean a small bit, I mean in your godly form, I'd say around 2% of your chakra, he said while looking towards Naruto. And in your cloak, in your cloak, I don't know how small the amount has to be, the man said before disappearing into the vortex. Into the black portal. As Naruto smiled. He went into the clan head house where he would most likely be living. As he saw about 50 more homes. No, 100 more homes around it. Is it Naruto? Then went inside of the house, placing down the seal inside of the house. As long as he's not in the house, as long as he's not in the compound, the seal would suck chakra from him. Which meant he had a security system. Which basically meant that no one could break into the home because he's a god. And gods just maneuver like that. As Naruto looked on, the smirk on his face, the entire compound began to glow. As Naruto smiled. It had been a success. The seal was able to regulate enough of his power Well, yeah, the seal was able to regulate enough of his power for the process to work perfectly. Now, if anyone who didn't possess this type of chakra or who didn't have the seal on their clothing tried to walk into his home, they'd almost instantly die. As there was a sound part of the security, nothing could slip through it, and nothing could slip out of it. As Naruto smirked, his it was just as he planned. As he then smiled, he disappeared. As he appeared behind Venus. Oh no, Venus. This was actually his first wife. That's the reason why she was so loyal to him. Because that's his wife. And plus, everyone is loyal to someone who's a god. This is her sister and her brother. So yeah, y'all basically know what that means. Naruto smiled. I'm about to cut this off. As Naruto smiled, his wife was here. Venus, Naruto said with a smile on his face. I think it's about time for the bell test, Naruto said. Training Ground 7. Naruto appeared. As he was 2 hours late. As soon as Naruto appeared, Kakashi appeared. Oh hey Naruto, the man said. Seems like your clan status in your Kekkei Genkai will be put to the test today, he said with a smile on his face. Oh, it will, Naruto said before he turned golden. Begin! Hatsuki Kakashi yelled out as he jumped back as fast as he could. He received a massive punch to the gut as he was sent skidding across the forest. He was downed by Naruto so quickly and instantly. As Kakashi was shocked. Naruto should be strong, but not this strong. As Naruto disappeared and reappeared. As he then threw a golden kunai towards Kakashi. Kakashi quickly dodged out of the way. As Naruto smiled. He was not even using 1% of his power against this lame. So, he was very proud of himself for holding back the power. As Naruto and Kakashi then got into a hand-to-hand battle, Kakashi was stunned. Every single punch felt like he was just hit with a boulder. Before long, after 4 hits, Kakashi had jumped back as he had a slight bleed from his mouth. Naruto then disappeared, reappearing behind Kakashi as Kakashi, I'm so goddamn stupid. Kakashi quickly jumped over the attack. Flipped over the attack quickly as he could. Well, flipped behind Naruto as Naruto smiled. A golden beam began to protrude from his back, so Kakashi yelled out while running through a small set of hand signs. Wind style! Wind push! He yelled out before he sent himself flying back. Whew. If I was in that range, I'd probably be blown to bits, he thought, as he had heard about what Naruto's Kekkei Genkai could do. As Naruto then smiled, as he ran through hand signs. Wind of paw! He yelled out as winds began to drag him upwards. As Sasuke then smiled, he rushed from the forest as quick as he could. As he grabbed onto both of the bells. Thanks, Naruto, he said. As him and Naruto, Sakura had planned for this. Sakura used small ninja wiring. Sakura used ninja wiring to slightly control Kakashi's movements, while Sasuke waited. To provoke his movements, and Sasuke waited for the perfect opportunity to run up and snatch the bells. And it was a perfect time. So yeah, that was basically what had happened. As Kakashi then said, nice teamwork, but you didn't include Sakura, Kakashi said. So, as Naruto then said, As Kakashi then felt a small wire. As Kakashi then felt wires next to him, he slightly pushed on the wires as blood began to trickle out of his finger. As he then saw Sakura with wires connected to her hands, as she smiled. It seems like you all passed, Kakashi said. Meet me tomorrow for your first mission, Kakashi said before disappearing. The Hokage's office. All the teams have reported. It was now time for him to give his report. Team 7, pass. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura showed excellent teamwork. Plus, I believe that Naruto has the potential to surpass the Sani. I believe my team has the potential to surpass the Sani easily, Kakashi said. First, Naruto used his Kekkei Genkai perfectly. Well, yeah, Naruto used his Kekkei Genkai perfectly to orchestrate my movement along with the help of Sakura. While Sasuke waited, while Sasuke waited perfectly for the chance to snatch the bells. After Naruto and Sakura had used their combined technique to guide my movements, I didn't even know that I was being guided by Sakura's ninja wire. So you can give her a plus on that. In Naruto, used his Kekkei Genkai perfectly. With me having the information that his Kekkei Genkai could possibly kill me, I stayed away from his attacks. Which pointed me into the direction of Sakura's ninja wires. And small resistances told my body to unconsciously move in the direction to where the ninja wires would stop. And then I moved away, which was perfect teamwork on their end. Now, Kakashi said, as everyone's eyes opened widely, Kakashi hadn't had a team in a long, long time. The Calamity Compound. Sasuke and Sakura waited outside. Waited outside. As Naruto touched the gate. As he then went up towards Sakura and Sasuke. Hold on for a second, Naruto said. As he lifted up his hand, creating a cloth. As he lifted up his hand, creating a cloth. He then gave the cloth to Naruto. So Sakura and Sasuke. As their clan symbol was on the cloth. As Naruto then showed them the back of his shirt. How come this wristband thing doesn't have the little Tomoe on it? Sasuke questioned. Oh, you didn't learn this yet. I'm the clan head of my clan, Naruto said while looking towards Sakura and Sasuke as their eyes opened widely. And that's gonna be the end of this video. Make sure that y'all suck my dick and suck on that like button and suck on that subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated, and it's free, so why not? And remember, y'all can always unsubscribe if my channel gets too boring or you don't like my channel or my channel's stupid. Bye, suckers.